We are doing it a little bit differently this time. I usually do it in my car, usually do it at daytime, usually do it outside, you know. I'm inside at nighttime, not in my car, in the house. Hi y'all, it's your girl Christiana back again with another tea for the week. We are doing it a little bit differently this time. You know, just a little bit. Will it always be like this? No, I kind of like doing it in the warmth of my car. My car is my meditation place. So, yeah, we're probably doing more there. Started before we really get into it. If you like it and you love it and you want more of it, this kind of content, don't forget to hit that like button, that subscribe button, and notification bell so you know when your girl's back on. But without further ado, let's get into it. So, the topic of today, forgive me, my phone is going off. Let me know if you like the new camera before I get like really into it, because we usually kind of record on, we have like 2 other devices and my phone has been my favorite. But yes, so we have switched it up a little bit. We have upgraded a little bit. Let me know if you like it. But yes, so the topic of today that I really wanted to get into is love. Since it's Happy Hearts Day coming up, Valentine's Day, either at, like, again, I don't know if you're going to get this right before Valentine's Day, during Valentine's Day, or right out there. But Happy Hearts Day is in this beautiful month of, you know, February. So I just wanted to definitely hit on this very good topic, love. So y'all are probably like, oh my gosh, we're talking about feelings. Yeah. Like, we're not talking about like the feeling of being in love. No. I'm gonna switch it up on you guys, okay? We're gonna switch it up. When we're talking about love, I think we should ask the question, what is love? And I think love for everybody is different. I mean, have you ever seen the 5 Love Languages? If you haven't, great book. I'll put it right there. I like to actually think that we mistakenly use love as a feeling, and I think that it's confused and it's intertwined with infatuation way too much. Like, we think of that butterfly feeling, the rainbows, and the ooh, and the and like, you know, that feeling of just being like head over your heels, being swept off your feet, carried away into the wind, and I'm tired of this piece of hair sticking out. Like, yeah, we equate that to that love feeling. And is that kind of like love? You know, we can go break it down to scientific level and say that, what do they call those, endorphins or whatever that happy trigger thing that makes us happy going haywire. It could be like, we could just call it, like, we want to break it down linguistically. Am I using the right word right? Blah. Linguistically, and we can say it's infatuation. We often get that confused. That feeling that you get, that like physical reaction, that perk of excitement. Like, I feel like that's more infatuation than, I mean, does have a lot to do with love, but I feel like love is the umbrella, and that's like a main thing underneath it. I don't think it is love itself, you know? Like, again, that feeling's just not what really love is. Instead, I believe love is something that you do. Love is not something necessarily that you feel. It's something that you do. It is a committed action that you do. And what do I mean by that? And what is the difference? Well, the feeling, you know, those fireworks, boom, 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 you know, my heart melts, all that good stuff. Yeah, love can cause those feelings. Love can definitely cause those feelings, but it's definitely the committed action in the sense of that love is being patient with someone. Love is being kind. Love has this way of being like long suffering. And yes, I may be routing out based off of like the 2 Corinthians version of love. Is it 1 Corinthians? 1 Corinthians version of love. But I mean, I've actually been part of this wonderful group that has actually taught Like we've been taught what love is, either the feeling or, you know, what ways of being that we, or, you know, things that we do to be of love and in love, but, or to show love. But I don't think us as a society, as a world, really dive deep into like practicing love as in something you do, something you're committed to. And, you know, I'll get on to the whole commitment thing later in another tea for week, because it's a whole topic on itself. Being committed to something means waking up, choosing it, whether you feel like it or not, doing it, you know, whether someone's done you wrong or not, doing it. And that's hard. Like, it's a hard thing to practice, especially because I feel like in our world, there's a lot of hurts and pains that people are carrying. And, you know, where societal hurt and pains, there's individual hurt and pains that we're all carrying that we have yet to heal from. And since we're a bunch of, well, a lot of us are unhealed from a lot of things, it's kind of like we don't really get the chance to practice love or to put aside, you know, the hurts, because that's a skill too, to put aside hurts and pains, to practice, you know, things that go against that. So yeah, I do believe that love is like long suffering. It's something, it's showing kindness, it's showing, it's being there for someone. It's not judging someone based off of their past wrongdoings. It's literally like showing someone love in a way of that, doing like being of love, by love, for love, and doing it as an action. It takes a daily practice. But one thing that I'm learning now, and because I often do put myself in situations where I can practice this, and I take classes, and I take, you know, courses, and I take, you know, I do this so I can improve myself daily, because I always want to be my best self, and also so I can give you all this great content too, is basically I am learning, and it's always going to be something that I'm practicing. It's something that I have not mastered, and as long as there's breath in my body, I'm learning this thing. You know, so it's not, you're not alone. I'm not gonna say that like I've just mastered this. I don't even want to come off anytime I do the tea for weeks. Just a side note, it's not because I've mastered any of this, and I say this often. I haven't mastered it. It's just something I've learned and I'm practicing. I am in the trenches with y'all, okay? It's not always easy to not hold people account of their wrongdoings, you know? Especially, and it's not, and healing is not easy. Healing is ugly. It is painful. And it's like sometimes you got to go deep and, you know, grudge up stuff that you buried and you don't want to touch. And because if you touch it, there's stuff that happens physically, emotionally, you know, like, but the thing is, just, that's a way of sweeping it under the rug. And it's not healthy. It's not dealing with pain. Yeah, you can do your whole life doing that. But are you really living as your best self doing that? Like, unfortunately, I'm starting to believe that being a grown-up is learning how to take, and not all grown-ups are grown-ups. Yeah, I said it. She said it. She did. I feel like being a grown-up is healing yourself, is doing the work that you need to do to heal so that you can be the best person for yourself, your loved ones and family, and the world. And it is taking responsibility for yourself so that you can take responsibility for the reality that you live in, which is this world that this is a shared reality. And I'm going completely off topic, but yes, so I think that it is hard to not do those things. It's hard to always be kind. It is hard to be patient and practice that too. These are things that take patience. You know, not boasting or bragging. I mean, some of us are pretty good at that. Some of us are not. We have moments. Okay, we all have moments. I have moments too, you know. Like, I'll tell on myself. So, yeah. I mean, love is something that you practice and you have to be committed to, which means whether you feel like it or not, whether you're hurting or you're not, to put it into practice. and it's not easy. Love is something that it's not for the faint of heart. It's not. It is not. And people who've been married can probably attest to this. Like, it's not. People who've been in a long committed relationship could probably attest to this. It is not always easy to practice love. Like, you know, it's, I guess practicing love could also be said as putting on the big girl pants, the big boy pants, and doing the right thing. Sometimes we want to be petty. Sometimes it's relieving to be petty, and I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes it's just, you know, you gotta throw your petty seeds out there. Sometimes, not always healthy, but I know we all have done it. We all have the urge to do so, but it doesn't make it right. And, you know, some people say if that's what it takes to be right, I just rather be wrong. And, you know, that's a whole different beast. And so I've kind of been given points on, like, how do you practice the action of love? And I feel like this could be a whole series in itself. Definitely self-work is one. As I said, taking that responsibility to heal yourself. Because whether you believe it or not, see it or not, when you take responsibility for yourself, that's how you heal the world. Because all hurt people do, because when you hold on to that hurt and that pain and you don't heal it, you're a hurt person. Yeah, I'm going there. You're a hurt person. And when you refuse to deal with it, you're a hurt person. And unfortunately, hurt people have a bad habit of hurting people, whether it's intentional or unintentional. So I always say like this, is in a sense, you don't know what kind of seeds you sow. So when you don't take responsibility for the healing that you need to do, you know, it's going to come out in your relationship with others. And I hate to say it, but this is like a very real realization. You don't know if, because you didn't take the time to heal yourself and you had an encounter with someone else who was on the brink of an edge where that means self-harm or something like that, that whatever you said and did because you were coming from a hurt place pushed them over that edge. And unfortunately, whether you know it or not, to a degree, you kind of got a responsibility to that. Now, I'm not saying to beat yourself up over that. No. That's not what I'm saying. Before we go there. What I'm saying is that, to a degree, we're responsible for every encounter that we have. And we have the choice whether to make it a great encounter or bad. And whether we like to believe it or not, it is a ripple effect in a large pool. And a lot of us, unfortunately, I would say, especially in America, we have this mindset of individuality, and that the whole collective is like, it's individuals before the collective. I mean, and to a degree, it's a beautiful thing, but then it also has its problems and issues, like so many things does if it's not properly balanced. And unfortunately, you know, that can also lead, that mindset can lead to a lot of hurt and pain if it's not properly balanced out. So I do definitely push the conversation of self-healing, because self-healing is so important. Because, like, the part of us that wants to live without the hurts and the pains, and we wish the world could be better and all that stuff, we can have that, but it starts within us. It starts within us as individuals to heal self. We are the orchestrators of our reality. And the more we focus on healing ourselves, and then sharing that healed portions of ourselves to the world to incite healing in others, that's how you create the world you dream of. The world that's devoid of hurts, pains, and all the other stuff. Just a method. And I believe it's an action, and it's something that you do. Because when you think about all the things, even the feeling, all the things that incite those feelings of love, they are usually triggered by an action. Someone bought you flowers, they spoke your love language, someone wrote you a beautiful poem, someone, you know, spent time with you. You know, it's usually an action that incited those feelings. So, you know, that's one way we can point out love being an action and not necessarily just the feeling. I feel like the feeling is the aftermath of the action, which that we often confuse as being love itself. And I would love to talk more about this. This is such a deep topic. We can go into like so much about this, and I probably will. As I learn more and love more, I want to share more. So yes, we'll definitely be coming back to this, guys. I'm probably not going to make it serious. It's just going to be kind of as whatever comes up into my heart and my life. That's usually how my tea of the weeks work. So with that being said, I'm going to end it here for today, guys. Remember, how do you show love as an action? If you have any insight on that, please, I would love to see it in the comments below. I'm a student myself of love. I'm still learning. I am not mastered it at all. But I'm going to end it here. Until next time. So always remember, my kind of design, designing your own kind of life, and never forget to dream. Love you guys. We're out.